Hi, this is Jody Beck from Jody's Gems Quilting, and I wanted to share a really quick, I'm making something with my grandkids, my grandsons, for their parents for Christmas. And I thought, hey, they're watching YouTube, they're doing all these goofy things on there and learning, so why not share this? Anyway, let me walk you through that just a second. So let me show you really quick what I'm talking about. One of my other videos, I have this kitchen towel that I crocheted the top of, and I show you how to do that. And it's simply you just take a regular hand towel. I use bathroom ones because they're more absorbent. Cut it in half and you zigzag across the top on your sewing machine using a zigzag stitch, and then you crochet the top. So my grandsons are a little too young for that yet, and so we did this last year, and I gave them to my daughter and her husband, and it worked out really, really well. And it was like, oh my gosh, I need to do those again because they need more of them. I thought maybe my daughter would get the hint and make some, but no, she's too busy. So anyway, what you do is you buy pot holders from, I usually go to the dollar store and buy them, and you get 2 of them. They come in all different, designs and patterns. So what you're not worried about is the inside so much, unless you want to buy some just to use, but you're looking for the outside, the color. And at her house, everything goes in the wash together. She does not sort clothes. So I try to make sure everything's black or gray because it's going to end up gray anyway. So what I did was I took kitchen towels. I bought those at a couple different dollar stores. This one's 100% cotton. These are 100% polyester, and they do dry your hands. But I would prefer cotton from now on. So just thought I would show you. And I get 2 packs, so they're pretty inexpensive. And these are great gifts for teachers too. And then you're going to sew a button on. So after you get it sewn together, you're going to sew a button on, and then they just loop through here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. What I wanted to do is show you, I figured out easy ways to do this, and the kids can do this with you if you can get them out of YouTube and the things they want to watch. But you take your pot holder, and I just measure, and it's about, most of them are around 7 inches. So we're doing 3.5. So we're going down 3.5 inches, and I think I did it from this side. Let me make sure. I need to switch that around. This one's a little bit different size. So you want it back here. I have a left-handed grandson, so I wasn't thinking about that. But what you do is you draw your line. This is an awesome pen. It's a friction pen. And so these come out when you iron them. So the markings come out with an iron. So it doesn't matter where you mark it. And a friction pen, I really like these. They go on really smoothly. So anyway, that's just to make sure that we don't stitch on that line. And I might have to redo most of these now that I look at that. And let's see, 3.5 on that one. So anyway, there's some cute pot holders out there. So we're going to fold it in half, just kind of check it, make sure that we're right there on the even side. And then I was struggling because I would take my towel and I want the wrong side of it to be down. And what I'm looking for, you have to accordion pleat this. So you have to do it reverse of what you think. So I flip it to the back side, and then I just do a small accordion pleat, maybe 1.5 inches. Then you stick this on here, and I give it maybe quarter inch, half inch above that. I drop it down so where the line is, so that it I can stitch it, and I did zigzag it just to hold it in place because I had to. I mean, that was my test one, and I thought, oh, I kind of like that. It will definitely not fall off the towel. And then this is the hardest part, is pinning it and not stabbing yourself and keeping it even. Okay, but I did figure out this is the easiest way to do it. So you just kind of line it up so that you're right above, the towel's above the stitching line so that you've got some room. Then flip it over, fold it back, and fold it back on itself, just like that, like an accordion pleat. And then we're going to pin this in place right here. Okay. And I already have my other machine set up with black thread, but they're listening to YouTube, so I couldn't really record down there in the playroom. So this is what it looks like. And let me, hang on a second, show me the zigzag. So on most sewing machines, you're going to have a straight stitch, which is what you're going to use for the plain stitching across the middle. Let me see if I can get this back on here. So it will be whoop, right there, that center one where the red is. So you're going to stitch it on the line with a straight stitch. Whoop, where's that? Right there. And it'll pop up usually on here, so it'll tell you. I'm doing free motion quilting tomorrow, so it's set up for that. But, and then the zigzag is right here. And I just use whatever the default is. I don't really set it special for that. You can do widths and all of that, but I just do it and it'll show up zigzag right here. I could do that. See? And that shows you which foot to use usually. So anyway, so what you're going to do is once you get it pinned, let me get this out of the way. And you're going to do the zigzag also at the top of your towel. So that just means after you cut it in half, then I zigzag the edges. And so you won't even see it, but it finishes it so it doesn't ravel. There's a zigzag across there in black. And then I stitch it plain stitching from one side to the other, taking the pins out as I go. Okay. Then I go back and I zigzag right alongside of it towards the loop. And then I do the other side and I back stitch those and I turn and reverse and I do 2 stitches. If you only need one to hold this down, I just did it to keep this from folding down and making a mess and raveling. So that's why I did it, and it seems to work. It's on the back side anyway of the towel. Then what you're going to do, let me put this back in here. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some heavy duty thread. I did have a towel that I use regular thread on for myself because I do the kitchen, the crocheted ones, and I usually just use a regular thread, but it did fall out. So I have to restitch it. But if you just want to do it once, this is a outdoor one. It's all I had on hand, Coats & Clark outdoor thread. It's polyester, heavy duty. You could do denim. There's special thread for jeans that you could use. I happen to have that in gold. Just a really strong thread, or like a polyester thread would be better than probably cotton. I go by color because I can always fix them again. Then you're going to use a double thread. That means you have 2 threads through a needle. And I went ahead and used a pretty big needle, a big needle for me compared to what I normally use. And then I put a quilter's knot in the end. If you want help with making a quilter's knot, I've got that on other videos too. So I should have that on there with my hand sewing one. So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out where you want your button. And I liked mine, let me see, right about there. So you're going to come up from the back side. You're going to come through the loop. And you're going to go down on this side right here. Then you're going to come up. And if there's only 2 holes, then you're just going to go back and forth. I like to crisscross them. Okay. And you're going to do this several times. Let me show you really quick. Yes, that would be the kids running in and out. We got a 2-year-old taking a nap, so I'm trying to get something done while he's napping. Although he would love to help. So we're just going to go back 3 or 4 times. And then let me show you what to do with buttons. Typically, it's what I learned to do with buttons so that they hold tight better. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Normally I would do probably 5 on each side, but because this is really thick thread and it's a polyester, I'm only going to do 3 stitches on each of the crisscrosses. Then you come up from the back side and you wrap it around the button. 1, 2, 3. I wrap it around 3 times and I pull it tight. It kind of makes it last longer. I think that's, ever since I was little, I learned that. And then you take it from the through, and you're going to take it to the back side and tie a knot in it again. 1, 2, 3. Kind of like a French knot, except it's not going through. And then you can cut it off. And you're ready to go. The beauty of these, which I just made a couple last year for their mom, for my daughter, just to see if she would use them, because every time I go, I can never find a hand towel. So this, she loved it. She's like, oh my gosh, I can always find a towel now. They're hung over the oven door. She has knobs in her kitchen, so she may, you know, just hang it from the knob. I don't know. In that case, this could be stitched completely closed, and they can hang it on the knob. So if that happens down the road, then I can always fix that. But for right now, we're going to do this. and they can hang it from the oven door. They can, you know, if you have towel or handles with a regular handle that's not a knob, that can be hung through there, and then it hangs, and it's a great size. It works really well. I've also done these, and I've done these with washcloths. So if you find some really nice washcloths, I do look at Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, places like that for really good towels on clearance too. That's a great place. So anyway, a great gift idea, and I hope this helps you with finding some great ideas for Christmas. Have a wonderful day. Grandmas love them too. Bye. I almost forgot. Since I didn't stop it and I paused it instead, there you go. You can check out my website for more patterns and ideas at jodysgemsquilting.com. That's 2 J's and 2 S's. jodysgemsquilting.com. I also have an Etsy store and my YouTube channel, of course. Have a great day. Bye.